So I have whoop.
A turkey pot pie, a turkey pot pie, a turkey, a pot, a pie.
Aloha, welcome to Chappy's Tiki Bar. Are you up to your eyeballs with turkey leftovers? Well, this is the episode for you. Also going to do a beer can turkey. We have a brand new Appies with Chappy by the lake. And we're going to hear back from Rasta Dog. He's back from his trip to Christmas Island. And oh yeah, I have a plethora of things to do with your leftover turkeys. So pour yourself a drink. We saved you a seat at the bar. Mookie and I are ready to go. Aloha, welcome to Chappy's Tiki Bar. I'm Chappy. With me as always is Mookie. This is Fred. He's a regular at my bar. So today we're going to take all those Christmas turkey leftovers and find something to do with them. Now I already got rid of my leftovers in my tummy, so we're going to have to make a whole new turkey. So I'm going to do a beer can turkey on the barbecue, and then I'll come up with some turkey leftover recipes. But first up, we're going to make a drink. So I'm going to do a bearded clam. Now this bearded clam recipe is just very basic. It's from the Bartender's Guide. So Frankie's Tiki Room actually has a tiki mug just for the bearded clam. This is what it looks like. Probably the less I comment on that, the better. So I'm just going to do the Bartender's Guide version to a bearded clam. So I got my cocktail shaker. Just going to add a little bit of ice. So it's very simple. It's 1 ounce of Crown Royal. Better make sure it hasn't gone bad. Nope, it's good stuff. All right, and 1 ounce of amaretto. And then it says a splash of cranberry juice. Now, Frankie's Tiki Room uses the red passion fruit syrup. I have white cranberry juice. I think a bearded clam is meant to be red, but I prefer the white cranberry juice. All right, we'll give it a shaky. And into my tropical glass it goes. And I just have a lemon wedge for garnish. And that is a bearded clam. It's nice. We got Appies with Chappy by the lake before we get into the turkey business. But first up, we're going to do best tropical destination stories. And we're going to go back to Kingston, Jamaica. We got Rasta Dog. Last we heard from Rasta Dog was planning to go to Christmas Island for the holidays. Only he needed to find a Douglas fir before Christmas before he went. Turns out Douglas fir was a dude that owed him money. But anyways, from what I hear, he went to Christmas Island and now he's back in his homeland of Jamaica, and he's going to give us a full review on Christmas Island. So take it away, Rasta Dog. Greetings from Jamaica, man. This is the Rasta Dog Marley reporting on my best tropical destination story. This week it takes us all the way out to Christmas Island. I thought it'd be fitting to spend my Christmas holidays out there. So I hopped on the red eye from Kingston all the way to Miami, and then a short flight to LAX, and then I had a layover in LAX, and then it was another short 13-hour flight to Sydney. Then it was a 22-hour layover in Sydney, and then off to Christmas Island.
So Rasta Dog, before you left, before Christmas, you said you were going to do some snorkeling. You're going to witness the red crab's migration from the forest to the sea to mate. Did you do any of that?
So the first thing I wanted to do was score some of that nice hard grass, man. But lo and behold, bumperclat, I couldn't find any. I searched high and low, Chappy. Nowhere to be seen. So I hopped on the first flight back to Jamaica, man. Back to you, Chappy. All right, coming up next, we got Appies with Chappy by the lake, and then I'm going to do a beer can turkey, and then we'll have some turkey leftovers. That's right, Mookie, turkey leftovers. So stay tuned for that.
Appies with Chappy by the lake.
All right, so I got my steamed shrimp dumplings. Cocktail shaker, gonna add some ice. Calls for 1 ounce of fresh lemon. Try to get it in the cocktail shaker. 1 ounce of passion fruit syrup, a ½ ounce of honey syrup. Just took some honey and added it to simple syrup. So it's just honey, sugar, and water. And 2 ounces of London dry gin. A dash of Angostura bitters. It says 2 ounces of any quality dry sparkling lemonade. So I have some San Pellegrino Limonada. Because it's fizzy, I'm not going to shake it. I'm just going to pour it over ice. And then I have a blood orange wheel as a garnish. And that's Max's mistake to go with my steamed shrimp dumplings. That's not bad. All right, so today we're going to do a beer can turkey. I have this thing, it's designed to do it on the barbecue. You just fill it up with beer. You can get it at Cabela's or Bass Pro. I'm going to put it in a pan just so the drippings don't make my turkey catch on fire. I would probably recommend just using a foil pan so you can throw it away. I'm probably going to wreck this pan, but it's one of those non-stick pans that actually everything sticks to. I also have a really big turkey, so it's going to be a close fit to get the barbecue close. You want that convection heat, so I'd recommend either getting a smaller turkey or a bigger barbecue. So I'm just going to fill this sucker up with beer. My barbecue's not on right now, by the way. All right. So I'm going to just place this in the pan again. That's just to avoid flare-ups. Don't want this sucker to catch on fire. All right, see if we can fit it on here. I just have the turkey neck here. All right, like a glove. Now we're gonna see if it'll close. Okay, again, it's like a tight fit, so you might want to have a slightly smaller turkey because you really want that convection heat to cook it. So I'm just gonna fire this sucker up, and we'll see how long that takes. I'll put it in at the end, and I have a little beer left over, so I'll enjoy that. All right, so I got my turkey leftovers. I'm going to do a turkey taco. Now, the key to any good hard taco is to toast the shells. Now I have this gadget here. When you put hard taco shells like on a baking sheet, sometimes they deform or close and makes it very difficult. Now I actually have the stand and stuff, so that's not a problem. But this gadget is great for toasting the shells, and then you can also use it to serve as well. So I'm just going to assemble a turkey taco with my hard taco shell. I have some white meat turkey. And then I actually have some salsa my father made from his tomatoes in the garden. So this is fresh salsa. I usually put taco sauce on, but I'm going to substitute the salsa. And then I have some cilantro. Some people don't like cilantro, so you can leave it out if you want. And some tomatoes. Fresh jalapenos. And some nice ripe avocado. And that's my turkey taco. Super easy and healthy. Okay, coming up next, we're going to do some turkey pot pie.
A turkey pot pie, a turkey pot pie, a turkey, a pot, a pie.
All right, so we're going to do a turkey pot pie. We're going to keep it a little bit light and healthy. So I have sort of a, I guess you'd call it a casserole dish. I use it for lasagna. So first up, I got a lot of generous chunks of white meat turkey. That's all going to go into the party. Now, I got an excessive amount of black pepper. That's just my thing. I like it very peppery. You can leave that out, but you can see I just have a ridiculous amount of black pepper. And then we got some green peas. It's probably better just to put the frozen green peas in, then you get that extra little freshness or pop. I got some parboiled potatoes, just sort of rustically diced and peeled, and some baby carrots also parboiled. So that's going to go in. And then I have my leftover turkey gravy. Now what I did, I added some chicken stock to it for two reasons. You don't want it too thick, and mostly just because I was running out of turkey gravy and I wanted to spread it out a bit. Now, if you don't have any turkey gravy and you don't just want to make gravy, just buy a can of cream of chicken soup, and that works wonderfully. And lastly, I'm going to put some corn in my chicken pot pie. Now, I just want to show you my little hack for cutting corn on the cob. Now this is also in the leftover fashion, just leftover cooked corn on the cob. So I have sort of just like a pasta bowl, and then I have the little container that I have my pepper in. So I'm going to put that on top. So basically I'm going to mount the corn on top of the little bowl that's face down, and then it'll fall into the bigger bowl without any mess. So I'll just show you really quick. So super easy.
And we'll do 2 cobs of corn just because that's what I had for leftovers. And like, basically, like if you have any leftovers from Christmas dinner, like anything like the green bean salad would go nice. Any kind of side of veg. You could even, if you have like lots of mashed potatoes, just put the mashed potatoes on the bottom. All right, that's the corn. You see it's all ended up in the bowl. So that's done its job. And in goes the corn. All right, so this is where the healthy part comes in. So instead of pie crust, I use phyllo dough. So these are just kind of the sheets. And they come in really thin sheets. So I'm going to put a sheet on. And then, now you can brush it with butter, but we're going to try to be a little bit healthy. So I have some healthy extra virgin olive oil spray. And then we're going to put 3 or 4 layers of sheets on, spraying every sheet. So on goes a sheet. And spray thusly. All right, so that's 3 sheets of phyllo dough, each with the olive oil spray. So we'll pop this in the oven at 350 for, we'll say, probably about 45 minutes. You want the phyllo dough to be nice and crispy and golden. And we'll see how that turns out. So I got the best part of the leftovers. Actually, make that the second best part of leftovers. The best part of leftovers is my Boxing Day lunch, where it's all just reheated, but it's a regular turkey dinner. But I just want to emphasize, keep the carcass. So the carcass makes an excellent bone broth or stock. So I have a nice rich stock, and all I did was I took the turkey carcass, and again, you can't throw it away. That stuff is gold. If you throw it away, the dog's just going to get at it. I've seen Mookie take down an entire turkey carcass bigger than her entire body. So all I do is I take the turkey carcass, throw it in a slow cooker, water, bay leaf, onions, celery, carrot, 12 hours, bada boom, bada bing. You got the richest, most flavorful bone broth you ever had. There's a place in New York City, they line around the block just to get a cup of bone broth. And that's exactly what I do sometimes, I just drink the straight stock. So I'll show you. So I just have like a coffee mug. I got that wonderful, wonderful broth. And then for me, and you can make this to taste, I put a little bit of Himalayan sea salt, and just to wake up your taste buds, I just put sort of a third of a teaspoon, just a smidge of cayenne pepper, just to wake things up. And there's minerals in here, it's good for you, and oh, it tastes fantastic. All right, next up with my bone broth that I made from my turkey carcass, I'm going to do some turkey long rice. Now I did chicken long rice on my island cooking episode, and then I also, on the same episode, went to the Rainbow Drive-In in Honolulu and had their pork long rice. So long rice is basically not rice at all. It's just a noodle. It's always a clear noodle, usually made from the mung bean. Ridiculous amount of turkey. A regular Hawaiian chicken long rice will just have the noodles, very little stock, and very little chicken. But I just went ridiculous because I have all this leftover turkey. And then I'm just going to add the turkey stock. And give that a try. And again, like, this isn't traditional Hawaiian. I just got a ridiculous amount of turkey. Oh, I almost forgot. The secret to my long rice, and I found they did this at the Rainbow Drive-In as well, is fresh ginger. And usually I say don't go heavy-handed on the ginger, but this is sort of the star of the show. It really brightens it up. And then I'm going to add a little bit of Maggi seasoning as well. Or you could do like a soy sauce. And that's my turkey long rice from my homemade turkey stock and homemade turkey stock.
Alrighty, I got a super quick turkey leftover idea for you. It's an open face hot turkey sandwich. I used to have these as a kid. They're fantastic. So the key here is fresh white bread. It's got to be white bread and it can't be toasted. You want it to soak up all that lovely gravy, especially if you have really good gravy like I do. So we're just going to douse it in gravy. And then I have 2 nice slabs of white turkey meat. And then we're going to hit it with a little more gravy. And that's all there is to it. That's my hot turkey sandwich. Thanks for watching another edition of Chappy's Tiki Bar. Please hit the subscribe button and give me a like. This is Chappy saying life is hard. That's just the way it goes, but sometimes it goes the other way. See you next time on Chappy's Tiki Bar.